So we have created the data model right yesterday, and we have passed the parameter, and I explained yesterday how to see the data against in the front end and how to see the joins for the each table which we have used in the query. So now the simple example I have covered. So the pending thing in this one is we have to create the report. So we have to create the report. Create the report. Create the report. The first step, what we need to do? Reports and analytics. Browse catalog. Create data model. Already data model created. I think this is not in our department.
Deodat.
I think we have not developed in this instance, right?
Deodat 90.
Dev 90.
Okay, thank you. So dev.90 not working, right? Dev.90 not working. Okay, that's fine. So what we will do?
Actually, you can take mine. That KK BIP reports is there, right?
Yeah, that is okay. But anyway, query ready now. So we will just copy paste.
Okay.
Query ready, right? Data model. User roles. Yeah. So this one comment. This one. Pass the parameter. And we will create the list of values for this parameter. So we will create the list of values for this parameter. Create the list of values for the parameter. Create the list of values. Parameter. Create the list of values for the parameter. Go to the list of values. Username will be data source. Let's see. Select short form. Distinct. For users. Select distinct username from per users. Save. So after you create this one, okay, save this. User info, user roles. User roles data model. So after you create the list of values, we need to map this list of values to parameter. After you create the list of values, you need to map this list of values to parameter. So how to map? Select the parameter name. Parameter type should be menu, and you can mention like this. Save the changes. Save the changes. So now what you will do? To pass the parameter and run the query. Will come like this. So that means this Mike Smith have this many roles are there. So I mentioned this many roles are there for Mike Smith. So this many roles are there. So after you done the data model preparation, list of values, parameter, everything has done right now. So now what is the next step we need to do? So save as sample data, export the XML into local system. Export the XML into local system. Here is the list of values for the parameter. Save as sample data. Export the XML into local system. So save as sample data. Export. Export. Export the XML into local system. The RTF template. Create the RTF template. Create the RTF template. So what we will do? So let me create the user roles report. So after that, what you will do? Go to BI publisher, sample XML. Whatever the data model we have generated, right, XML file. So you select this one, click on open. And then what you will do? There is a parameter there, no? In the report we have parameter there. Username. 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 Select this. Select the cursor here. BI publisher. Field. Username. Like this. Rows. And remaining columns, whatever there in the data model. So click on all fields. So whatever the columns are there in the remaining columns, you can press on all fields. Automatically this will come. File. Save as. User info. User role info RTF. User roles info RTF. So if you want to see the preview of the data, just click on PDF. You want to see the preview of the data, click on PDF. Like this. Understand, right? Preview of the report, you can see like that. So what is the next step, guys? What is the next step? Map the data model parameters and columns into RTF template. Here the RTF template and map the data model parameters and columns into RTF template. Understand it? Create the RTF template and map the data model parameters and columns into RTF template. Okay. So after you create the RTF template, what is the next step we need to do? Upload the RTF template into Rapid. Upload the RTF template into Oracle Fusion Cloud. So what I will do here. So go to the data model, create report. Use the create report option. 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 So use report editor. Use report editor. Click on finish. Use report editor option. Click on finish. So use the report editor option. Click on finish. User roles data model. User roles UT. So upload the RTF template. Choose file. Type should be RTF template. File should be. Click on upload. So after you upload the RTF template, click on save button. Click on save icon. Click on save icon. So then after that you can view the understand or not, guys? Pass the parameter if you want. Any questions at this moment, guys?
No, Amju.
Okay. So now we will see little bit complex report. We'll see another report. So that report have many columns are there, guys. So the requirement is like this. The requirement is, so we need to display these columns. We need to display requisition number, preparer name, or preparer name, supplier name, supplier site, category name, item description, unit of item description, item price. Item price. Otherwise, you can mention amount. So requisition number, preparer name, supplier site, category name, item description. Item description, amount, unit of measure. So this is the columns we need to display in the report. And we will pass the supplier name and supplier sites. Supplier name and supplier sites are the parameters. So we'll pass the supplier name and supplier sites are the parameters. So end user will set the supplier name and supplier sites. Based on that, requisitions data will come. First of all, what is meant by requisition, guys? I will tell you what I mean by requisition first. I will tell you what I mean by requisition first. So let's consider the example. Let's consider the example. One of the company, something Reliance. So they are maintaining Oracle Cloud software. So Reliance company required 100 laptops. 100 laptops from dealer or supplier. So you can consider dealer or supplier is Dell. Now you tell me, guys, here Dell, who is the customer, who is the supplier, who is the vendor in the both in this case?
Reliance customer.
So Reliance is the customer and the supplier is the vendor. That means, so Reliance will pay the money to Dell. Reliance will pay the money to Dell, correct or not? That is what will be happening, right? So for company, any goods required, any item required, they will contact to respective suppliers. So in this case also, so Reliance required 100 laptops, they will contact to Dell vendor. Dell is the vendor. Vendor will supply the items to customer. Vendor will supply the items to customer. So in this case, first what they will do, Reliance will contact to Dell and they will ask, so we require 100 laptops. So they will prepare the requisition. Requisition means we are requesting the item from the supplier. Requisition means requesting the items from the supplier. Item means what? Item means laptop is the item here. Laptop is the item. We are requesting the item from the supplier. For example, a simple example I will tell you. For example, if you want to purchase any laptop, what you will do? You go to multiple showrooms, right? You will go to Dell, you will go to Lenovo, you will go to Sony. Different showrooms you will go or not. Then you will ask the price, right? you'll ask the you will create one configuration, right? Means you are going to mention item price, item quantity, all the details you will mention, and based on the your requirement, they will mention the item like price, quantity, all these things they are going to mention, and they will give it to you, right? Based on your understanding or based on your satisfaction, then only will go for purchase, right? Hello. First, Reliance will request the whatever the required. They will contact the supplier. Then supplier will reply to Reliance, and this is the price, and this is the unit price, and this is the categories we have available, and that information will provide to Reliance. Then after that only we'll go for purchase order or not. Before this step, we will not go for purchase order, right? Following or not?
Yes,
So this is what will be happening in the real businesses phase, in the real time businesses. So this is what will be happening for every organization, for every product also, for every product if you purchase. So this is what will be happening. First we will create the requisition, then we will create the purchase orders against whatever the requisition has been created. So once the requisition has been prepared, which already provided the data for the supplier. So supplier has provided the data, whatever we required. So once the requisition has been approved from our company, the Reliance company, so this requisition, whatever the data provided by supplier, then we'll go for the purchase order. So I'm taking the example of 100 laptops, right? But in the Reliance company, not only laptops required, right? It may be many things required, right? No, correct or not? So Reliance required some furniture. Some furniture required or not? Some furniture. Some electrical items. So when Reliance is running one business, so they required these things from the suppliers, right? I mentioned only 3 examples. It may be many things required for the Reliance business. So whenever they require any items, so they will do requisitions and they will get the data from the suppliers. The suppliers, whatever the data will give, they will create the requisition in our company. That means our Oracle Cloud. Okay, that Oracle Cloud will enter all the requisition supplier details, who has been prepared for that requisition. Okay, and where the supplier means Dell site, which site you require the item, what type of item category, what is the item description, what amount that item belongs to, which business unit that item. Here we need to mention BU name also, which business unit that item belongs to. So this all the details client is asking on report. So you tell me, guys, one supplier have one requisition or multiple requisition? Tell me. So that means Reliance today purchased 100 laptops. In the future, maybe another 1 month, they may require another 200 laptops, right? Maybe another 50 laptops, right? That means 2 requisitions, right? That means multiple requisitions will be there. One supplier may have one requisition or multiple requisitions. Understand the requirement or not first? First of all, see, for any Oracle Cloud, whichever you are doing, you have to understand the requirement, guys. Even interviews also, most of the time, I am facing the interviews, right? They are also expecting first requisition, whether you are requirement, whether you are understanding or not. So whatever we are explaining the requirement, first they will ask, what is the business use case? Why you are developing that one? Why you are developing that one? What is the requirement for that? So technical also they will ask, technical secondary they will ask. So before they ask the technical, they will ask the requirement. In the requirement explanation only, you need to satisfy the interviewer. You need to satisfy the interviewer in the requirement explanation only. So you say that, so client expectation is one supplier, they will pass the supplier name on supplier sites or the parameters. Based on the supplier, how many requisitions are there for that supplier that we need to bring. So they will ask what columns you displayed in the report. You say that whatever the columns I mentioned, right? These columns you can see. If I pass the Dell related requisitions, how many there in the company, that requisitions will pull. For example, if I pass, see for example, in our company, not only one supplier, right? It may be many suppliers, right? It may be many suppliers or only one supplier.
Many suppliers.
Many suppliers will be there. It may be Dell is one supplier. Electrical Bajaj is one supplier. Like that. Many suppliers will be there, right? Those supplier data also we need to feed in our company. Those supplier data also we need to feed into our Oracle Cloud software. You remember, guys, we loaded the FBDI using the supplier import, right? So that is the requirement. Is requirement understanding or not? Not clear, I will explain once again.
Clear, sir.
Okay. Now here, preparer name and supplier name. So preparer name who in the company employee will be prepare the requisition, right? Whatever the supplier has given the data to us, whatever the supplier has given the data to us, we are going to prepare the requisition. So that means preparer is our company employee. Preparer is our company employee. So employee or person or preparer is our company employee, person or worker. So here requisitions will store into requisition tables. Suppliers will store into suppliers table. Items will store into different tables. And employee data will be stored into different table. So there are multiple tables involved. BUs, items will store into different tables. So all are different tables are there here. So we need to bring all the tables and we need to do the joins between all these tables and prepare the query first. And in this requirement, we have in this total requirement, we have another requirement in there. So client wants to requisition number wise, whatever the information requisition number wise. So one requisition have it may have multiple items or one items will be there. One supplier have multiple requisition, that is correct. One requisition number have a one item or multiple items?
Multiple items.
Multiple items, right? So that means client expectation is the requisition number wise, how many items are there? That requisition item information we need to send to requisition super user for next. They will validate. So that means requisition number wise, we need to split the data. That data we need to send to requisition super user email. Super user email. So that this is also another requirement in this report. So this is also another report in the. This is also another requirement in the report. Okay. So as usual, guys, client will show the requisition screen and where the requisitions available, preparer name, supplier site, where that requisition, how many suppliers, how many items are there. That and all will show the front end. Okay. So as a technical, what we need to do? So we need to write the selector statement first. We need to bring this data, right? Requisition data. So now what we will do? We will go to the OER, search here. Cloud application. Cloud application. Tables and views for procurement. Tables and views for procurement. So if you go to the self-service procurement, this is the purchasing tables. This is a self-service procurement. You can go. So here also we need to find out the naming conventions. POR requisitions, POR acquisition headers are. So each row contains the requisition number. Requisition header is the unique system generated requisition number. Requisition header is the invisible for the user. Requisition number is the number to use to identify the requisition in forms. Forms means Fusion screens and reports. Oracle purchasing generates a requisition number using the unique identifier control table. If you choose to let Oracle purchasing generate the requisition number for you, POR requisition header is the one of the three tables storing the requisition information. So this is the main table for the requisition information will store. So POR requisition header solve. So you check this table, how many columns we found requisition number is there, na? You take the requisition number. Requisition number. You take the requisition number. So what is the table name? POR requisition header solve. So you mention PR H here. So you write like this. POR requisition result and mention the alias name and like this. Okay, so this is the requisition number, preparer name. So preparer name. So where the preparer data will be stored into where employee table, right? So employees will be stored into so that is HCM, right? Employees will store into HCM related, right? So if you look at you can go to another OER load application. So, human resources. Search here tables and views for HCM. Tables and views for HCM. Tables and views for HCM. So you can search here global human resource. So all the person names, employee name, person name, like first name, last name. So there is a separate table there. So that we need to identify. Per underscore. per person names underscore f, per person names underscore f. So this per person names underscore f, we have person last name, person first name, person last name, person first name, okay, and display name, something is there, right? Person first name, last name, display name, something is their full name. So whatever the client has given the sample data, right? So in the sample data, whatever the name matches your column, then that column name you can take. So for now, I'm taking the display name. So display name. What is the table name? Per person names underscore. So what are the functional consultant or client has given the sample data? In that they have a display name of the employee will be there. So that name of the employee matches with the display name. You check that table sample data in the tables, display name matching or last name matching or first name matching. So based on that, you can mention this one. ppnf ppnf dot display name, ppnf dot display name. So what is the next column name? Supplier name on supplier site. Supplier name on supplier site. So for supplier name on supplier site, you can go to again procurement. Go to again procurement. So you will see the separate sections. Supplier model. POZ. Take the POZ suppliers table. POZ suppliers is the view. Okay. So wherever the column is there, vendor name column, you can take from here. POZ suppliers. See. Yes, we got vendor name. And after you add everything, and we need to find out the joins from the headers table, person names table, suppliers table. So we need to join for each and every table. Common columns will be there, so that we need to join. Understand or not, guys? What is the next table? Supplier site. Same like suppliers, we have supplier sites also will be there. POZ supplier sites table. The POZ supplier sites table, copy this one. PSSV. So you take the PSSV dot. PSSV dot. And dot site code. Dot site code.
Only vendor side will not be there, okay? The column name.
Vendor site column not there here.
So how can we know that we need to take this particular column only?
That is the reason I told you now. Client has given the sample data, right?
Okay, so in the sample data we can verify.
Yeah.
Okay.
You remember yesterday class I shown, right? Vamshi.krishna user, Vamshi.user, they have given sample data, right? So based on the sample data only, you go to this POZ supplier sites table, whatever the sample data given by client, and that data and this table supplier site code matching or not. If that matching, then we need to mention that like that. Definitely it will match. If it is not matching, definitely we need to inform to the client or functional consultant. They will help on that.
Say in OTP we have directly created by name, right? Similarly, we do not have that for
Which one?
uh,
OTBA?
created by the requisition created by that.
In OTBA?
Ah,
In OTBA columns, here also they are created by column.
okay. That is different, and this person name is different.
Created by
No, for requisition.
for acquisition who has been created by, right? You mean to say?
Yeah.
The requisition who will create in the company employee, right? Employee will be created.
Yeah, that's what we are taking the display name from the person names, right?
Yes.
Directly we can take that or just out.
Directly we are taking, no?
No. We are taking from the person names, right?
Correct.
Instead of person's name, whether we can take it directly from the like there is an option for created by a master.
No, Praveen, no need to go for the created by. It always.
Created
Who
by, I
created
think.
by?
Yeah, yeah, whatever you're asking, created by. So, but created by sometimes it will go for updation, na?
Okay.
That is who columns, right? Who columns? I don't think we can take as the actual column.
Can't use Praveen, the created by and last updated by.
Okay.
I understand your question, but I think that is not recommended by Oracle. So we need to go like this one. But why we are getting directly column, right? Why do we have to go for created by Praveen? What is your means intention to take that one?
Linking here, right? So that is the reason we are joining with the person
Correct.
ID here. So instead
But,
of joining directly, we can take a master. That's the reason.
Correct, but Oracle not recommending to take actual columns.
Okay.
Yeah, this is done. What is the next? Category name. Item description. Category name we'll see tomorrow. Item description. Item description. Amount, unit of price, and BU name. Item description. Item description we will get from item description. If you go to the item description, you will go. Items will store into item information of the requisition will store into your requisition, your requisition lines table. In the pure requisition lines table, we can see the item description. Yeah. Yeah, really not. Item description. Sorry, already there. Item description. Then item description, amount. For this unit of price not required. Amount will check. Item category. Item category and BU name and amount we will see tomorrow, and then we need to joins. We need to do the joins. So tomorrow we will complete the query preparation and report creation. If we have a time, we will build it. Tomorrow class. Thank you.